All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Spread Podcast. We're here again today with your very own Christian Cecito and Georgie Zuane.
Hydration break.
Hydration break, bro. We're not even 22 minutes in.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
I'd break.
My bad.
Okay, so Georgie, let's start off with you, man. I know you watched the Canada game on Saturday or Sunday.
I did
Sunday
not
night.
watch the Canada game. Fun fact.
Oh, you watched the highlights. I know you
did.
watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah. So how do we feel, like, let's start off with Canada, right? How do we feel they played? Do we think they have a chance against Morocco? Of course, they're playing like a mammoth in Morocco. How do we feel our chances against them?
I think they have, I wouldn't say they're the favorites, but I think they have more of a chance than a lot of people are giving them. Like, they dominated that game in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, Larea got fouled. That could have arguably been a penalty. And I mean, they played good. They had most of the possession. South Africa were just, they would hold the ball for like 5 minutes at a time in their own zone. They would do nothing. They were just trying to survive for penalty kicks or extra time. So I think that shows that Canada was definitely the better team there. But Morocco also play a very defensive style, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 1-1 game or a 0-0 game even. So I think Canada has more of a chance than people are giving them.
I have to agree with that. Morocco are a really, really good team, but like I feel like if Canada play together as a team and stay together and play together, they have a big chance to possibly win the game. Morocco is a really good team, so we need to play our best game. We can't make any mistakes. They just beat the Netherlands, who I had winning the World Cup, actually. Like, well, I didn't have it as, not for our bet, but I had like as one of the favorites. I felt like they were really, really strong. So Morocco look dangerous. We need to play our best game. We did a great job against South Africa. I watched the highlights, and it was such a tight game all the way to the end. So yeah, let's hope we do well against Morocco. I have faith that we can beat them if we play together.
I think if we have, like, I think if Davies plays like at least maybe half the game, we would have a much better chance, because we need skill to break down their defense, right? And one player can beat a tactic, right? And if Davies is at his best, he can. Obviously, we know he's not 100%, but if he can play even at 90% health, I think we can like actually have a legit chance of beating him, even in regular time, maybe like 1-0 or 2-1. I wouldn't be mad about that. Even if it was like, even if we have to take it to extra time or pens, like we have a better chance to win in pens than we do in regular time, obviously.
Yeah.
But also, I think one of the things that we really struggle with against South Africa is we made a lot of like stupid, silly mistakes. Like I said in one of our reels, like how, we just made these small things. Like, why are we pressuring them so much? They're inviting the pressure, and we're falling right into their trap. And then they're just making easy passes and getting a lot of rush chances. And then we have to Crepo has to save us, right? So then why are we making all these stupid decisions? Why don't we just play a smart game, play a kind of not a passive game, but also like, play offensively smart, but also play defensively kind of aware, be more aware. Is there a guy behind me? Is someone there to cover me if I'm not there, right? Because they're pinching and pinching and pinching, and then there's no one there to cover them. Yeah. So it's like there's always an open man, right?
Yeah. That was very big in the Switzerland game. The South Africa game, yes, but I think that was really huge. Like that Switzerland game, they could have won 3-2, and also they have to have urgency. If you saw the Switzerland game, they were down 2-0, and then all of a sudden they score a goal, and then they're dominating for the last 10 minutes. Like, where was that the whole game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they have that same urgency for 90 minutes against Morocco, I think they have a good chance. Like, they honestly...
I don't know if what I'm about to say is correct, but Canada need to know that they are one of the big teams now. Like, they need to kind of acknowledge that they can do it. And I feel like that's the problem. I feel like that self-belief is the issue here, and like we end up making plays that don't make any sense, and we're so impatient. Like I've seen, like I haven't watched the South Africa game, but just from what I've seen from the prior game, we are pushing and we're very impatient and we want to get it done quickly. I feel like this is because of that lack of self-belief. And like I feel like if we kind of acknowledge like we are one of the big teams, we deserve to be here, we can beat Morocco, we can get through this and play a more patient game, it's for sure possible for them to.
Especially with Jonathan David, like it seems like he's lacking a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
Like he just needs more precision.
I agree.
He's been a great striker for a long time. Even back in Liga, He was one of the top goal scorers like all the time there.
Yeah.
He goes to Juventus, and now on the national team, he's missing a lot
very-
of chance. Like we could have
very
won the group
nervous.
if
Yeah.
he had
Yeah.
struck against Bosnia. He had that chance.
Yeah.
Could have tied the game against Switzerland. So I think he's one of the players that definitely has to step up. Obviously, hopefully we get Davies. Alistair Johnson's just been phenomenal.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's been
One of
really
the best
good.
right backs of this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
100%.
some guys just need to step up, just be more precise with their shots, and I think they have a really decent chance.
Yeah.
You know who? Let's talk about Germany. Bro, what?
Dude,
All the Germany fans, like, that's crazy.
No,
man. How
man.
did they lose against Paraguay? Paraguay, they played they actually played a really solid game too. It's not like they got dominated. They got like bailed out by their goaltender. They played a solid game.
I have to say that second goal should have counted for Germany. That was a really bad call.
I'm 50-50 on that.
I just
I
think
see
like
the argument both ways.
I agree. I just think that, you know, like there was a player there, but then he gets out of the way and then the keeper just fell down. He didn't really push him or anything. He kind of held him, but I don't think that kind of effect, because that was when the ball was first being shot into the corner, into the box from the corner. And then like when it was getting closer, the player was nowhere near the keeper and the keeper just fell down. So I could be wrong, but I just thought that goal should have counted. My dad and I were watching the game. We both said that should have been a goal. And then unfortunately in penalties, they weren't there. I was expecting more from Neuer, but I just think Neuer's getting old.
You can't really ask
I
that.
mean, you can't
He
ask-
made what, 2 saves
Yeah.
He
out
made
of 6?
in a penalty.
He did
shootout,
pretty good, yeah.
That's good
he
enough.
Made
He was
great
like
saves.
33%.
Like, you can't. You have to get your players to score.
Yeah,
At the
like
end of the
they
day,
dude, that
like, they
last
had
miss
some
was
bad
so
penalties.
bad. That was bad.
I think at the end of the day, Germany should have won it within the 90 minutes. They could have won it within the 90 minutes, and they just didn't. And that's what happens when you just make a few mistakes here and there that the other team can capitalize on. So it happens in sports, you know?
You know, that's what happened in the Monday night game with Morocco and Netherlands. Like,
Yeah.
Netherlands, I mean,
I was shocked.
No one carried the game really there. If anything, Morocco did play the better overall game
Yeah.
They
with
did.
extra
They
time,
did.
and they deserved the win. But
did.
like, if Netherlands could have held on for an extra like another 4 or 5 minutes,
They'd be moving on.
they'd be moving on. That's crazy to think. Like,
Yeah.
dude, they scored. That was such a nice goal too. That
Yeah.
cross in with a header, bro. It
That was
was
really cool.
so nice.
Yeah.
But like you think about it, and then it went to penalties, and they just couldn't. It's the nerves.
Yeah.
Right? It's the nerves, and it's
Anything
surprising
can happen
that
in penalties. That's the
it's
thing.
surprising that a team like the Netherlands have like they had that many posts, they had that many misses, right?
Same with Germany. Like Kai Havertz,
Yeah.
he's played on the biggest stage so many times.
I couldn't believe he
He had
missed.
such a bad.
I couldn't believe
walk-up,
he's the one who
and
scored.
He made it so easy for the goal.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
so disappointed. And I was disappointed in Netherlands. I really thought they were going to go at least to the semifinals. I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just a delusion that I had. I just saw like
But
they
they
had so
made
much
it in
potential.
2022. Then they made it to the semifinals
Quarters.
as well.
Quarters.
Quarters. But still, that's like decently.
But
far.
still, they were arguably the biggest challenge to Argentina.
Yeah, and
Other than
they- the
France,
They
biggest-
went to penalties.
the biggest, like, one of the biggest teams not making the round of 16 is crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't even
That-
make that. That's as if
I
in,
think
in a
they're-
previous
are they
World
are they the
Cup.
number 6 team in the world. I think
They're
Netherlands.
up
Yeah.
there. They're
I
up
They're
think,
really
I think
strong,
Morocco
man.
and Netherlands are like neck and neck
Yeah.
in the World
Like,
Cup.
Any-
rankings.
That's a
anyone
match
could have
if it's
won.
in the
I honestly
quarterfinals,
thought-
honestly.
It is,
I thought
and it's round
Netherlands was gonna
32.
win.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you look at a lot of the teams that have gotten out already. Like, even tonight, we have Portugal and Croatia. Like, obviously, Croatia hasn't had the greatest like start,
Yeah.
and they haven't had the greatest tournament for sure. But they're a team that could have easily made it to the round of 16. One of those teams is going to be out, and
Yeah.
and that's
It's
what
crazy.
happens when you have two teams that face off against each other, right? And they both kind of like did okay in the group stage.
It's crazy.
That's why it's so important to win your.
You
group.
have to win.
You
Yeah.
have to win your group. Like, you look at Argentina. They went. Did they go 3-0?
They won
They
all
won-
games.
they
yeah.
won all games,
And I
yeah.
hate when people say, "Oh, Argentina have the easiest teams." That
it
really
makes sense.
pisses me
That's
off.
because
They won their
They
group.
won.
And they beat
did
they beat
Portugal win their group?
Austria,
No.
they beat Algeria, and then who was the last team? I forgot.
Jordan.
Jordan's not that great, but Algeria is an all right.
Algeria
team.
was good,
okay.
and
Austria's
Austria. They're both
Austria's
pretty
a good
good.
team. Austria's a
Yeah.
good team, yeah. So I mean, like, it's respect to Argentina. Like, they played a good in their group stage, and like Portugal, and now they have Croatia. They could lose to Croatia easily.
I mean, that's their fault. All the Ronaldo fans will complain, oh, you didn't get Ronaldo has to go through all this team. Well, why don't you defeat Congo and you'll win your group? All you have to do is defeat Congo.
Bro, Congo.
you know what?
Congo almost beat Belgium.
No, England.
Oh, England. My bad.
That's what I was gonna say.
Belgium
Congo
was-
or
I don't
actually
think.
not
I think
that bad.
England's overrated too.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
But England
yeah.
beat.
Harry Kane saved them.
Harry Kane did save them.
Harry
though.
Kane did save
That
them.
was such a. That was like. I'm not like a big England supporter, and I picked them though last episode to win the World Cup, but like, dude, that was nice, bro. That was nice.
That was crazy.
Really good.
I want to talk a little bit about the Portugal game. What are you guys feeling? I think it can go either way, but I have belief that Portugal can probably win.
So before we talk about that, just to let you guys know, this is recorded before the Portugal.
Oh,
game.
yes,
So when it's
yes,
uploaded, it'll probably be after.
Yeah.
So it's like an hour before it starts.
Yeah. True.
I think Portugal, either they actually get it together, they win it in regulation, but my prediction, I think Croatia, they always find a way in this round of 16 games. They take it to extra time, and then they win on penalties.
You know what?
That's my prediction.
I wouldn't
1-1,
be.
Croatia win on penalties.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. As much as I'm a Messi fan, but I want to see Cristiano Ronaldo at least have one last. I don't know if this is his last World Cup. He keeps saying this is his last World Cup, then he comes back.
It's his last. I mean,
Let's be honest. It might be his last. I would like to see.
45 years old in the next World Cup.
Yeah,
Unless he's like coached.
yeah. I think I would like to see Cristiano Ronaldo like do better than round of 32.
I think
At least
Portugal's-
put him in the semifinals or quarterfinals. And just have it there. At least like he kind of deserves it as like one of the greatest players of all
I
time.
mean,
right?
they have a really hard because if they win tonight, they have to play Spain next.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna win that.
I don't
group.
think they're beating Spain.
But I think they win tonight. I think they.
Let's
win.
hope so.
I'm gonna say I think they win 2-1.
Yeah, they win by 1 point. I'd say.
in 90 minutes.
I don't think
If
we're.
it's in regulation, I can see that.
Yeah.
I know Christian. You like to gamble a little bit. Do you think Cristiano's scoring tonight?
No.
No. I'm gonna say he's not scoring either.
I
do you
think
think,
it'll
Joe?
be like Rafael Leao.
But yeah,
He's gonna probably because Croatia, their defense isn't as great anymore, so we'll probably get it to him, a guy with speed.
I think
he'll probably score.
if Ronaldo scores, it's gonna be a penalty.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll put
Well,
money on
didn't
it.
he do that against Morocco last year? Oh no, it wasn't
no.
Morocco.
They
it
didn't
was,
score against Morocco last year.
Who was it? He was playing someone else and he scored a pen. It was in a knockout. Game.
Actually, you know what's so funny?
We watched that at school.
Oh, someone's not.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
It was in the
Who
World
was
Cup.
it? In the World Cup, yeah. We were at school and we were watching it.
Switzerland or another.
Maybe it was Switzerland. I'm not
Was
sure.
it a knockout game?
It was a knockout game.
Did they lose?
They only played Switzerland in the knockout game.
Maybe it was Switzerland.
But they beat Switzerland by a lot.
Yeah.
I think they played against Colombia, Portugal, or was it Ecuador?
This year?
This
They
year.
played
Colombia,
and
Colombia,
tied
they tied.
0-0.
Didn't Ronaldo miss
But
a
And
penalty?
He missed a
No.
wide open shot. He was offside.
No,
anyways.
it was Messi that missed a penalty.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
The one bad thing he does.
Yeah,
He's
he missed
39 years old. He leads the tournament.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably
man.
gonna score against Colombia.
Yeah, he scored a free kick though.
Okay.
So
Okay. Last thing, guys, before we move on to NBA. Are we still good with our predictions? Are you still confident with Spain?
I'm still
and you're
backing
still
Spain.
confident with who did you pick again?
I was saying France and Spain, but I picked Spain by the end. So
Okay. Are you still confident with Spain?
I don't know. Are you gonna let me change it? I don't know.
I mean, they won today.
Yeah.
So I
They're
don't.
good. Like everyone's
change it. You can
underestimating them
change
just
it.
because they have
I'm
one
gonna stick
bad
with
game.
Spain.
Okay.
I don't want France. I think France was gonna be my next one. I don't want them to win. I think Spain winning would be really nice. They have
Well, they won in 2010. I feel like
yeah.
Yeah, that was-
I want to see someone different. I want
16 years
honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, other than Canada, I would like to see Portugal and see Ronaldo get a World
No,
Cup.
I
It'd
don't
be
want
cool.
Portugal to
I don't
you
know
guys-
if
I know
Portugal-
you
I
hate
don't want
Portugal.
Ronaldo to win.
The Ronaldo fans will be really annoying if he wins the World
It's
Cup.
really annoying. Like
Because
honestly,
then
Ronaldo's
statistically,
mindset has been terrible. It's been like me first, not the team.
yeah, I'm back, guys. Sorry,
Like who calls offside
against
on his own
Uzbekistan,
teammates?
bro.
Yeah, that was
Like,
crazy. That was
He
crazy.
cares more about his individual stats
Yeah.
than the team at this point.
Sounds like a lot like a certain player on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
How?
Well, is that a good way to introduce NBA then?
Yeah. All right. Let's.
Okay, so should we do a
move on to NBA.
substitution?
Yeah. All right.
All right, Tavon, come on in. Let's go.
All right, guys. Now that we're doing something different here, we're having multiple different special guests on the episode, and we have your very own Tavon live at the Spread podcast. Here, our NBA specialist.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you on the podcast.
If you haven't seen him, he's also
by in front of the camera, sorry.
he's also on Instagram. He produces his own content. You could just search up the Tavon DG. You'll see a lot of music content, a lot of basketball content, and just like also World Cup. He's
Jack of all
now.
trades here.
Exactly. Okay, Tavon. So, I mean, like, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Like, I guess we could start off with Kawhi. Since we're Raps fans and OKC fans, we all know a lot about Kawhi.
Yes.
What do you make of this trade? What do you think of the trade? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
All right. Well, first thing that I think about is Kawhi's 35 years old, right? And he tends to have a lot of injury problems throughout his years. However, he is coming off a huge season on the Clippers. He averaged like 27 points per game. And us getting Kawhi, I feel like he'd be great for Scotty's development, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Our starting lineup is looking quite dangerous. We have Emmanuel Quickly at our point guard, RJ Barrett as their shooting guard, Kawhi as their small forward, Scotty at our 4 and 5, Jakob Poeltl or Carl Murray Wills, depending if you want to go small ball lineup. And us trading Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick, I feel like those are two players that were very disappointing for us. Brandon Ingram did have a great regular season. However, in the playoffs, he was hurt and he didn't exactly deliver. And Grady Dick, he had a great second year, but this recent season, he only averaged like 6 points per game.
Yeah.
Shot 30% from the three-point line, and he's a shooter on our team. And we desperately need shooting, right? So I feel like the Raptors definitely delivered on that trade. Although I didn't like the fact that we did have to trade those picks. They are in the far future, like 2031. And I don't want to bring up Shea, but 2031, Shea's going to be an unrestricted free agent. So who knows? Might be able to sign him then.
I don't think so.
I honestly, for me as a lifelong Raps fan, I don't like the trade. Like, Kawhi's old, man. We're not contending for a championship. Let's be honest. Like, we're not gonna. Maybe if we're lucky, we can make the finals. If we're lucky, but
then you have to play the Spurs or the Thunder. You have to get past Boston and the Knicks first.
Can I be honest? Like, I think if we
It's
play
too much of a risk.
I think if we play the Thunder in the finals, bro, like Kawhi's gonna lock up Shea. I don't really have that much doubt in that. But also, like, I would have liked if we got a big man. Now we have Yak, and Yak is He's a good big man, but he's not the guy that you want on a championship team. He's not that Marc Gasol that we had in 2019. He's not even a Serge Ibaka that we had.
I do agree with that on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
He's very slow now, and I feel like the back injuries last year was a big problem.
Yeah.
However, he did show flashes that he could play well.
Yeah.
The season prior
in the system and Darko's system and on offense, like he's good. I'm not gonna lie, and he could rebound too, which is good. But we need someone who's gonna be able to like stretch the floor also. And like in today's world, you look at like the big men that have won the chip. Like you look at Kat last year. The year before that, it was what? It was Chet who was able to space. Hardenstein not really able to space the floor, but he's able to play in that
Chet.
pick and roll.
He's a good role player, and he has size.
Exactly.
So.
And Chet is able to stretch the floor. So like imagine you have him, like, dude, it changes the game completely.
Yeah, but until
before
Chet has to shoot the ball, then it's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this season was a problem, but however, when they did win a ring, he was a big reason for that.
And same with Porzingis with Boston, and we'll get to the Jaylen Brown trade later.
That trade was crazy. Holy cow.
Please. But I just think I love Kawhi, man. Like I love Kawhi, but I don't understand it because you're trading away so much like assets. You're trading away so much assets in the 2 first-round picks and the pick swap, and the 2 second-round picks, and then on top of that, Grady Dick and Brandon. Like, dude, like Jaylen Brown was traded for less.
Yeah, like,
which is crazy. Like
we traded more for Kawhi back.
Exactly.
We traded less.
We traded less for Kawhi then than we did now.
I don't get it.
Which. DeMar DeRozan was obviously like a superstar then, and he was an all-star star, better than Brandon Ingram.
And Jakob Poeltl was young then, but he showed flashes of his success then too. So,
but I don't understand. Honestly, like I don't understand the trade. And I think the Raptors, they have to choose a direction, man. Like, okay, I get it. You want to compete with Scotty and with RJ and all, but like, dude, we're still a young team, and bringing Kawhi here is not going to change the fact that we're inexperienced and that we don't like. Sure, we made it to what Scotty's only made it to the first round.
Yeah, like this was by far his best season so far.
Yeah,
we brought a tough Cavs team to 7 games with no Quickly. Jakob Poeltl wasn't playing up to par. Ingram was hurt as well. So I feel like we've shown flashes of it. And with the addition of Kawhi Leonard, I believe that we could at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals, although the East did get a lot tougher this year.
Yes. And we'll talk about that right now. Giannis we already talked about the last week. Sorry.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
What a terrible trade for Boston.
Yeah. What is Boston
What
doing?
is Brad Stevens doing? It's either Brad Stevens or it's the ownership that wanted to push
But
him
what
out.
direction are they going in now? Because they
I
just
don't
have
know.
Tatum
I
with
don't
like
know.
a lack of supporting cast.
And what's Paul George going to do, bro? He's not going to be like 20.
He's going to be hurt
2012,
after the season.
2013.
Realistically, he's going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Like, Paul George can't just deliver at the same level as Jaylen Brown. Like, I just don't get it. They won the chip a couple years ago. He was the Finals MVP. He by far had his best season in his career. And just because he was live streaming on Twitch talking about this is the most fun I ever had, that caused his problems all of a sudden, and you're going to trade him? Like, I get it. It kind of diminishes the team chemistry, but you got to recognize, okay, we did have a disappointing result against Philadelphia by blowing a 3-1 lead. However, it's a really great roster. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum won a ring, and you're just going to diminish that after 2 years? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And you're going to trade with your rival with that.
Yeah. And the team that's within the division who's getting
That just beat you.
Yeah, who's actually like honestly now they're looking like a team that
They
could be
really
top
run.
3 in the East.
And as of today, July 2nd, they just signed Anthony Simmons as well. Like,
Oh,
their
that's
bench,
a good backup point
yeah,
guard.
they have
Yeah,
decent bench depth now.
So now what's their starting lineup looking like? Now we got
Tyrese Maxey,
Tyrese, VJ,
Jaylen Brown.
Embiid, Jaylen Brown, and then
maybe
who's the other 4?
Dominic Barlow or Dean Wade. Dean Wade.
Dude, that's a other than like their power forward, bro. That's
Simon's his backup who can.
Simon's
shoot
the
three.
backup.
like he's a
That's a
six
really
man.
good
You just
team.
tell him to score.
yeah,
Like
that's like a genuine
That's a
like
really
a
good
decent team. If Embiid could stay healthy,
Yeah, that's a one
they could be
thing,
like
though.
top 2 in the East. I think if Embiid
Like,
could stay healthy.
definitely top 3 lock in the
Yeah.
East if Embiid's healthy. However, that's the thing. Like Embiid's always hurt. Like what he played probably like
Yep.
30 to 35 games in the last
Yep.
2 seasons. Like his lack of health, it's very concerning, and you just gotta feel sad for the guy sometimes. Like I'm not even a big
Yeah.
Embiid fan, but if they're healthy, it's definitely dangerous.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I just don't understand Boston. Like, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah.
Because like now they're putting so much trust in Peyton Pritchard
stupid.
and Derek White to deliver.
It's like, yeah, those guys were role players in 2024, and they won a championship with you guys. But like, who could say they're going to do that again? Right?
Yeah, like
Who
I've seen a
knows?
crazy comment. They expect Peyton Pritchard to have a Jalen Brunson type of leap. Like
No.
Bro, that's not going to
exactly. Like it's just the expectations are way too high. Then like
Yeah.
I don't know what Boston is doing.
I know. Okay, let's move on to the Lakers. I know Christian loves talking about the Lakers,
love
of
the
course.
You want to start with LeBron or Walker Kessler?
So LeBron, we'll start with LeBron. So LeBron is, he announced that he's not going to be with the Lakers next year, which honestly, I think it's for the best for the Lakers. If I'm
I
gonna be
definitely
honest.
agree. I definitely agree.
It gives Luka the keys to the team, and actually, I think it gives him a better chance to
They
win.
could
the
trade
chip.
Bronny if they want.
If they could trade Brian, they get his contract.
He
off
just
the-
signed a contract,
off the
but
books.
I won't be surprised if they waive him.
Bro,
Let's not leave the
Bronny,
day
bro. Wade
after.
Bronny. So, who do you guys think LeBron's going to? Like, do you guys think he's going to go to
Okay.
the East or stay on the West Coast, Golden State, maybe Cleveland?
All right, personally, okay. First, I'll say best fit, and then I'll say what team I think he's gonna go to. All right, best fit, I think it would be Cleveland. There's shooters around him: Sam Merrill, Max Strus, Donovan Mitchell. They could possibly get rid of Jared Allen or Evan Mobley, right? However, I just don't think that they could afford him.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green. He just declined his $27
But
million.
wait,
player
hold on.
option.
You said they can't afford him, but he just actually said that he doesn't mind taking a pay cut.
How big? Like,
Like he said, he'd be taking a league minimum.
I heard in one
League
post,
minimum.
but I don't know if that's true. No,
I think that's true.
yeah,
I don't
league
know.
minimum.
Like
though,
LeBron, like
that is
LeBron
kinda-
James, he knows
Bro,
he's gonna be able to
but
sell
think about it
tickets
this
for
way:
the team. Like he's
what
not
would
gonna play.
what would a ring do for his legacy? What would another ring do? That like, bro.
But where's he gonna win that? I don't think he's gonna win that on Golden State.
No, not
Team
Golden
that
State,
gets
but
straight
Like
to the
either way,
playoffs.
I just don't think LeBron's gonna win another ring. However, I feel like his chances would be better with the Cavs instead of Golden State.
yeah. Golden State would just be unction, bro.
Yeah,
it would
like
just be like.
I
That
agree,
would
like-
just
you-
be cool to see. Okay, he
It
plays
would
with
be
Steph
cool.
Curry.
Well, it would
Yeah,
by
yeah,
far
of
be like
course,
the
of
oldest
course.
starting lineup in the league. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have Steph, you'd have Draymond, and then you'd have Curry. That would be so cool to see, but I just don't.
yeah.
I know
They
you
wouldn't
know
compete
Steph
for
will put up the points. You know Steph will probably put up at least like 27 a game.
Yeah.
And Brown will probably put up at least 22, 23 a game. And you got Draymond just doing his thing. But I don't think that they'd compete, to be honest, just because like there are younger teams and they're gonna outrun them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be faster. They're gonna be like, they're gonna be way too quick for them. Like you look at this year, Jalen Brunson in the finals. Like, dude, he was just running around the Spurs.
He's like, yeah, like Brunson's very crafty. Like that's just
Exactly.
a pure definition of heart over height, right? Like by bringing super teams together, we've seen in the past, like it doesn't always work out. For example, the Brooklyn Nets back in 2021.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always work out. And even in the past, with like old Brooklyn Nets teams like Kevin Garnett, Darren Williams, Paul Pierce, right?
Yep.
So I feel like LeBron James and Steph Curry meshing together, it would more just be like a fun squad to watch, but at the same time, they wouldn't be more than a second round exit at best. Especially in a tough Western Conference that has OKC, the Spurs, Denver still, right? And even younger teams like Portland are getting better as well with the addition of Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's a huge trade for Portland. Actually, Ja is really big.
That's
I think
good.
it's a really
it's a
good
great
move.
buy low.
Yeah,
Like his value is very low. Like
it's an obvious
trade,
move. Well, there's a lot of talk about in the NBA. We'll talk about the Lakers. We'll talk about Luka. Sorry, not Luka. I always think about Luka when I think of the Lakers.
Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler signing with the Lakers. I really like this deal for them. They actually finally get their big man.
Yeah, they did need a center. However, like his value is nuts. So that many picks. How is he worth more than
What,
Jalen
they get
Brown?
like 2 picks?
I swear it was like
First and something, and 2 firsts and
Yeah.
like some seconds.
yeah.
They needed a
was too
center,
much.
bro. They needed a center. Like I don't honestly. They had to get a center, bro.
Yeah.
It
I feel-
was like too much without a center, bro. Luka needs a center to win, and
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
they finally got that guy. I'm happy that they did, but we'll have to see where it takes them. Honestly,
Yeah, like they're either gonna go after Kessler or Duran, and they pick their choice with
yeah.
Kessler.
But
However,
Durant might be heading out too. Yeah.
yeah, I heard there's some rumors I might go to Sacramento, but we'll see.
Why Sacramento?
Why
Why
would
Sacramento?
Detroit?
Yeah.
At that
Stay
point, he
on
just
the-
cares
stay
about
on
the money.
Detroit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Detroit
like-
actually has a chance too with him and Cunningham. They actually like would be a decent team.
Yeah, but back on the track of Kessler though, like with the addition of Kessler, they get a rim protector.
Yeah.
However, I just don't think the roster is enough.
I agree. Yeah, not
Like,
yet.
yeah.
For sure. They
And-
still have a lot of work to do. Well, they did get Colin Sexton and Quentin Grimes, which are
Yeah,
big,
like Quincy
big-
Grimes, that's a decent wing, but what they still have guys like Laravia, like
Yeah.
he's not cutting it. And
Yeah,
even
they're-
Quentin Grimes, he
they need to
shows
work
signs
on
of
their wings for
inconsistency.
sure. Because now their starting 5 is like kind of filled out. Like I can see Walker Kessler as like a future, like a center on a championship team. I don't like, and then Reeves and Luca obviously are good spots, but you need like a good solid small forward and power forward
Exactly.
still, right?
And even like their bench, like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's enough. They're definitely a top 16 if Lucas stays healthy, but
Yeah.
it's just super tough in West.
I agree. All right, so we're gonna move on now to the NHL. Tavon, thanks for joining, bro. Thank you for your elite insight, bro.
You're welcome.
And another substitution, Georgie. Let's run it up. Oh, checking in from Aurora, Ontario.
Yeah, watch the cables.
All right.
All right, Jacob Colora, welcome to the Spread Podcast. You know, it's been a long time.
It's a pleasure having me.
It's we checking in from Ottawa, Ontario. The biggest Senators fan. out
Nation's
here.
capital, you know.
Yeah. All right, Jacob. let's talk hockey. So actually, I'm gonna start off with Christian because
There's a lot to talk about, you know.
Christian,
Yes.
the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, we need to discuss the Oilers.
The Edmonton Oilers.
What a sad franchise. What a sad.
It's sad.
Yeah, well,
What
obviously,
have they
but-
done since Gretzky? Like literally, they've won nothing.
They won. You're right. They won.
Four
nothing.
first-round picks
Yeah.
just wasted.
Bro, Nel Yakupov, bro.
Bust.
McDavid.
Nugent Hopkins.
Bu-
Was it 3 first overall picks in a row?
I think something like that.
Taylor Hall,
Nugent
Yakupov.
Hopkins,
Taylor Hall,
Yakupov.
Yakupov, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid.
Yeah, and Dreisaitl's like third,
Third.
fourth. Yeah, third.
What happened to Taylor Hall? They traded him away, and then he won the Hart Trophy.
And then won a Hart Trophy.
And
yeah.
he just won the Stanley Cup.
Seems like Edmonton is a new leaf.
Seems
huh?
like you just have to escape. Them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude, I would hate to play for Edmonton, honestly, bro.
Me too.
Like, what's in Edmonton?
Nothing.
What's in Edmonton?
It's just like, you know, just the normal life when you go to a workplace and you have to remind yourself that the only way to win is through one guy, and that's through Connor McDavid. I feel like that's not very toxic. That's not very healthy relationship
Exactly,
to
it's
have with your
not.
team.
It's not.
And the problem is with the Oilers is ever since 2015 when Connor McDavid started, is they always had that identity.
It was just a man. It was
And
him. It was like the Cavaliers with LeBron when he was a rookie, right?
It just never worked with the Oilers. And it's
Exactly.
just like even their moves they made, it's just, yeah, you can fix from Brett Kulak, you bring another guy, get from Jari to another goalie. But do you really think that's going to make
No.
anything
They never
It's just a band-aid on his stab wound. basically.
Exactly. They
That's all
never
did.
they never built anything like under him. They never built a team under him. And you look at the Penguins, where you look at how they did it with Crosby, and even the Capitals, how they did it with Ovechkin. And yeah, those guys are generational talents, like literally probably two of the top 5 best players of all time. And you're talking
Ovechkin's
like
top 5?
okay,
No, come on.
it's close to that, but you know what I'm saying? Generational talents, the best goal scorer of all time, one of the top 5 best players of all time. And like you saw how they built the team around them. And Washington had a great goalie. Pittsburgh also had a great
Matt
goalie.
Murray, they had Marc-Andre Fleury.
And it's just like the thing with Edmonton, they kept taking these big swings at draft picks like Taylor Hall, like Nugent Hopkins, like Yakupov, and they finally got McDavid and Draisaitl. And it's just they were never able to build like an actual team.
Yeah.
They never built like a legit team, and that's what kind of sucks.
Well, look who won this year, right? Carolina. They haven't had one player that was above 10 million.
Well, actually, in the salary cap era, no team has won with a player over 10 million. And we'll get to that later with the Habs signings. But let's talk about Edmonton. I actually like their trades this week and their signing for Anderson. They signed Anderson for $1 million. Like, that's actually really, like, that's a value deal.
You can't go wrong.
That's
I
a
mean,
good,
like,
solid move.
even if he
Stanley
stays a
Cup champion.
backup, you really can't go wrong with that. But I don't think it's going to solve the problem. It's like, wow, they're contenders. They have a stellar goal.
Yeah.
Do you
Anderson has experience, but
do you really think he's better than Jari? Like all things
I think
considered.
he's better
I
than
think
he's
he
better
is.
than Jari, dude.
Tristan Jarry's just
Jari's awful, bro.
fell
He's
off
awful.
so hard.
And then
Time will tell.
they also traded Darnell Nurse to San Jose. How the hell did
Good
they
trade.
How did they not retain anything? San Jose was able to take, like, what is San Jose thinking, man? And also they signed Jacob Trouba. I don't know
San
if
Jose is going to be a
Jose's-
team to watch next year.
I don't know. Maybe
They will
Mike,
be a team
maybe,
to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike Greer is just like he knows something we don't know, but it's because Mike Greer has been a great GM.
I know.
Like,
that's the thing. I don't want to doubt him, but
Bill,
like
I don't want to doubt him, but like why Trouba? Why all these players that don't fit your timeline? You're bringing them in. I mean, at least wait 2 more years for that.
I
Yeah.
do
Celebrini
feel I do
enters
feel like
prime.
the San Jose GM has been extremely lucky with what he's
Yeah.
been giving through the draft.
yeah, I agree.
I
with that,
think
yeah.
time will tell to see if he's truly a great GM.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think if any GM was in his shoes, they would be celebrating. Like,
Of course. Well, that's the thing. You even look at the Islanders. You look at how they got Schaefer for so overall. That changed the trajectory of the team, right? Then they were able to trade Dobson. They were able to get Kishan Asian and Eklund, right?
Yeah.
So that changes the complete trajectory of your lineup. And like San Jose, they've gone first overall picks, like second overall picks, third overall picks. Even this past year, they jumped up like 10 spots.
Yeah.
And
That was
well, not
lucky.
even to mention the Leafs, who also jumped up like a lot to get McKenna. But like San Jose was extremely lucky to be able to get Stenberg. And just to have the value of that second overall pick, they could have traded that to a team to get another like an elite player on their lineup. Right? So like if you look at it like that, I think that San Jose has been really lucky through the draft, and a lot of teams haven't had that. A lot of dynasties, like you look at Montreal, how they've built, right? Obviously, we've built through the draft, but we've also like picked up a lot of young guys who were steals. Look at Coffey, look at Suzuki, we traded for, which is a steal. You look at, Demidov was kind of a steal, but it was like an obvious pick at number 5. And then you look at like Hudson and a guy like Fowler, a guy like Dobish. I go on and on and on, but. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. Montreal's only had a first overall pick, only had 1 first overall pick, two fifth overall picks, but they were terrible those years.
Yeah.
San Jose was good last year, and they had the second overall pick. Are you kidding me? You're gonna tell me, we're not like.
Just think about it this way: if they had not drafted Macklin Celebrini, they'd be in the same position as Chicago. They're still struggling. They're still in the basement. No real clear direction. Now that they've got Celebrini, everything changes.
And talking about Chicago, what the hell are they doing with Bowen Byram? Jeez.
Why aren't they signed Bedard? Like, sign Bedard. What are you doing?
Bowen Byram is not worth $12.5 million, dude. What the
Hey,
hell
forget about Bowen Byram. Why haven't you signed Bedard? Like, you're gonna let him get offer sheeted? Someone can offer him like 19 million, and then
They
you have
can't.
to match it.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
you can't let him walk. You look like a complete moron.
They're
You
not
have-
gonna let him walk. They're not gonna.
But what if someone offers him? Some team can handcuff you and offer him 19, 20 million.
Who has the money?
Anyone. Pittsburgh could do it.
Oh boy, period.
I do feel like in the background,
Robert.
GMs have a little bit, things that we don't know and a little bit unwritten rules. and I don't think that's going to happen. I think that
It could.
it's a little bit of I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and I feel like
I think-
time will tell. But
I think it's definitely possible. I'm gonna be honest. Is that this year he get offer sheeted, or is it?
Yeah,
next year?
this year.
He's an RFA.
Yes.
He's an RFA.
He's played 3 years.
my God.
His contract's done.
What are
They
they-
should have
Yeah,
signed him last summer.
Oh my
no,
God.
I'm very familiar with a team that is very famous for all their RFAs signing, and that is the Toronto Maple Leafs with their William Nylander, and then it was Mitch Marner, and then just created a whole shit show of a organization. And now,
Well, hey man, now you guys get a fresh start with Michelli, or
Well,
not Michelli,
with McKenna,
with McKenna.
And the whole question now in Leafs land, we're all optimistic, is who's going to wear number 72? And what do you guys think of Bobrovsky?
Oh, I actually like that signing, but like it's a bit much. It's a bit too much.
It's a lot for considering the guy's going to be 40 when his contract ends.
And also
making $7 million.
his last year
And he
his
took a
numbers
step
weren't
back.
good. Yeah,
He's declined.
yeah.
It's clear.
But one thing I was very interested in pretty much all of the Leaf signings was the fact that it was all 2 to 3 years. And
Not Radish.
okay, but for the most part, all of the signings they made yesterday on July 1st, all the signings, the Bobrovsky, the 2 centers they got, the winger they got, they're all 2 to 3 years, all of them. I'm asking myself why. And it's probably because of Matthews, right? And it wonders me that they probably still don't have a direction to go. They're probably going to go to the playoff direction for this year, but then maybe a new direction at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So it just irritates me as a Leaf fan, as we still don't have a clear direction.
But that's what it's been.
But
They're
we're waiting
trying
for
to figure
another
it out. They're
player
gonna
to
try
tell
and
us.
compete. And
Yeah.
that way, if things don't work out, they can move off those contracts at the deadline or even next year at the deadline.
Yeah.
But don't get me
trying to keep
wrong. I
options
think a lot of the signings we made were good. Do I think we made them because of the Florida signings? Probably, because of all their very high check, very to the net guys like Kachuk and Gudis. We had to counter, and that's why we made a lot of the signings we did.
and trade
but-
Nick Paul as well.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad. I like that trade for the playoffs. It's a good trade if you guys end up making it.
Yeah.
I like Tampa's return on that.
It's
trade.
it's
Get a
it
few
is.
picks,
You
get
guys
'em
do
off
give
the
up like
books.
2 first-round picks. I think Leafs give up 2 first.
Yeah,
round
third and
picks Dennis
fourth,
Hildeby.
and a Hildeby.
No, first rounders.
Yeah, third and a fourth.
They give up a third and a fourth.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't
And
give up any
Hildeby.
first rounders.
No.
Oh, it's
Now-
a good trade.
Yeah, but he's regressed a lot, Nick Paul.
That's still a good trade.
He's been a
playoff.
30-point checking guy, and he hasn't found his game in the last year. So
still
Tampa
not a
moved
bad
off
trade.
him. That's
Now,
it.
as a Leaf fan and all the cursed allegations we get, we're right on the bandwagon that Hildeby is going to be amazing. But it's clear that the organization picked the Russian goaltender Akhtyamov over him. So I don't mind the move. I think it's a good hockey trade. I think it's a good excess player we have for a good player that they have. And I think it's a good overall hockey
Yeah.
trade.
Okay. Let's. Who else was there to talk about in the NHL? Any other big moves?
Nothing much, honestly.
Demidov signed an extension with Montreal. What do you think of that, Christian? You think that's?
I mean, it's great. The term's great with the cap going up, not 9.9 million, 9.1.
9.1. Yeah.
That's a great price for Demidov. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already scored 60 plus points. He had a great first few games. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. He can be a point per game player as soon as next year, and you get that for 8 more years.
See, Leaf fans.
Yeah,
That's what you need. That's what you need.
know,
man.
we're not
Maybe you
great on
should-
negotiations.
Maybe you should hire a guy like Kent Hughes. Maybe you should. Maybe you
Well,
guys
If
should
you
look
got
at
him for
that.
8 years for cheaper than Nylander and Marner signed for like 5 years ago.
Well,
The cap's going up.
the only thing I could say about that is, you guys built an incredible culture. Time will tell if, it will lead to something
course.
other than you guys gave up in the playoffs in the second round.
What last year?
Yeah, pretty much how you guys lost. You guys gave up on,
it was
on yourselves.
it was a third round, man.
or
They
Carolina-
just didn't have the experience.
We didn't have, dude. Carolina was so
But
good.
time will tell,
Carolina was great.
right? But for now, you guys have an incredible culture. I hope, as a Leaf fan, making these moves will start ours.
Yes, I hope so too. I hope you guys can actually move off of Austin Matthews, maybe trade him.
We'll see. Time will tell.
But
I think this new
right.
coach the Leafs
should-
has.
I feel like
Jason
we're missing
Robertson,
something.
what's happening with Jason Robertson?
he's coming to Montreal, bro.
No,
He's coming to Montreal.
he's coming to Pittsburgh.
Like-
That's why they got the brother. He's coming to Pittsburgh. He's gonna play with Crosby. He's gonna score 50
I
goals.
don't think so. Man.
Yes.
I feel like we're missing some like a big move or something, like a big trade that happened.
Well, it's a week.
You know, for the Jason Robertson
You're right, it
thing,
is, yeah.
you know, you guys,
There was nothing like wow.
but
This is
I know.
franchise changing.
for the Jason Robertson thing, you guys before talked about the Netherlands and about how every time it's high expectation but low results. And I just feel that with Dallas. Every single year I have Dallas on my bingo card to make the finals and to win. But incredible group of players, but they've never made it past the conference finals.
Well, this past year, what did they lose again? Was it the first
We
round?
lost to Minnesota in the first round.
That's crazy, bro. They lost to
surprised.
Minnesota in the first round.
Wow,
Minnesota hasn't
it
won the
was
first round in like 10 years. And they lost.
I don't know. Dallas.
Minnesota's a good team, but, like-
Dallas always looks like they're gonna go far, and they just don't.
Dude, it's just,
I
to
don't
me,
know
like,
what
Dallas
happened.
is, like, they were so disappointed. Even against Edmonton, they were the better team. All those years they played Edmonton, they lost. They were the better team. Clearly, they had more depth. They had better goaltending. They had better defense.
On paper, it should have been.
On paper, it should have been
but
Dallas
it's just
winning.
it's
right?
like the
I feel
Leafs
like-
where you have a great player, but when you need
It's in
him
their head.
in the
I
third
feel like it's in their
period,
head at this point. Same thing with the Leafs. Like you had a good team that could, on paper, go on a run, but it's in your head. After you lose a few times, you're like, oh,
But
you know
Carolina
what?
broke
Here
that
we go
spell.
again.
Carolina broke that
Carolina
spell.
did.
they have Jordan Stahl.
They have the veteran
like,
leadership.
They have that
Yeah.
player.
Maybe it's just Dallas just needs even
Get
more.
Joe Pavelski back.
Get Joe Pavelski back. But they do have veteran guys. Jamie Benn, who's been to
That's
final.
true.
I just don't know. Maybe the team's just not as good as we think. Like we
Yeah,
always think
maybe.
all these players are that good. Maybe they're just not as good as people perceive them.
But that's
Yeah.
why a change of leadership is so good, right?
Yeah.
And you know, talking about the Oilers with Babcock, talking about the Leafs with Hiller, it's going to be interesting to see their different style of play this season and see if really anything changes.
For sure. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for the podcast. Thank you, Jacob, for
right.
coming on. We really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Tavon. Also, guys, make sure to check out Tavon on Instagram again. Tavon DG. Again, TikTok and Instagram. And always, Christian, thank you for coming again. And make sure. Oh, Georgie.
Oh,
Thank
we
you,
didn't
Georgie.
thank
Thank
the
you,
cameraman.
Georgie. Or no, clearly not. Okay.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, Jacob will
Yeah,
tell you.
it's
Make sure to
good to-
like, subscribe,
All that stuff.
check out our Instagram and TikTok, please. I know there's probably not a lot of people that made it to the end of the video, but if you did, check it out. Like our stuff. You know, we post a lot of good stuff on there every day. Breaking news, NBA, NHL. Not that much NFL because nothing goes on in that league. And FIFA
What
World
do you
Cup
mean
a
nothing
lot
goes
right
on in
now.
that league?
And then, yeah, and that'll do for us today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.